Hello, my wonderful English learners. Welcome back to our channel. Today, I want to ask you a very personal question, and I want you to think about it honestly. Have you ever woken up one day and thought, how did I get here? Is this really my life? Maybe you're working at a job that pays the bills, but it doesn't make you excited to wake up in the morning. Maybe you're studying something because your family expects it, but your heart isn't in it. Or maybe you're just feeling lost. If you've ever felt this way, you're not alone. Today, we're going to explore one of life's biggest questions. What is my purpose? But here's the beautiful part. We're going to do it in English. Teaching note: this topic resonates with many people, making the English learning more meaningful. We'll learn vocabulary for talking about feelings, emotions, and life decisions. You'll practice phrases for self-reflection and personal growth. By the end of this lesson, you'll not only improve your English, but you might also discover something important about yourself. This isn't just an English lesson, it's a conversation about life. And these are the kinds of meaningful discussions that will make your English sound more natural and confident. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Are you ready to explore life's big questions in English? Let's begin. Let's start with a simple question. What does purpose mean to you? Many people think purpose means having an important job title or making lots of money. But today, I want to teach you a different way to think about purpose and some beautiful English phrases to express these ideas. Key vocabulary for purpose. Purpose is your reason for being, what makes your life meaningful. Intention is what you plan to do, your goal or purpose behind an action. Inner voice is the quiet thoughts and feelings inside you. Whisper is a very quiet sound, speaking very softly. Teaching note: inner voice is metaphorical. It means your true thoughts and feelings. Listen to this beautiful description. Purpose is not a loud announcement. It's a quiet whisper that's always there, waiting for you to listen. Practice saying, I want to listen to my inner voice. Purpose is like a whisper. Good. Here's an important phrase. Purpose is about intention, not importance. This means purpose isn't about being famous or having a big job. It's about being intentional, doing things with meaning and care. Examples of intention in daily life. A teacher who makes sure every student feels seen and valued. A bus driver who greets passengers with a genuine smile. A parent who listens carefully to their child's problems. Someone who helps a neighbor carry heavy bags. Teaching note: these examples show purpose in ordinary moments, not just big achievements. Useful phrases for talking about purpose. I want to make a difference. This gives my life meaning. I feel fulfilled when my heart tells me to be creative. This doesn't feel right for me. Practice, I feel fulfilled when I help others. My heart tells me to be creative. Excellent. Common mistake. Don't say, my purpose is to be important. Say, my purpose is to be intentional, or my purpose is to help others. The key message is, purpose can be found in small, everyday actions. It's not about the size of your impact. It's about the intention behind your actions. Now let's talk about why finding purpose can be difficult. We'll learn vocabulary for describing feelings and obstacles. Vocabulary. Obstacles to purpose. Obstacle is something that blocks your way or makes progress difficult. Overwhelmed is feeling like you have too much to handle. Distracted is unable to focus because of other things. Pressure is stress or force from outside expectations. Survival mode is just trying to get through each day without thinking about bigger goals. Teaching note: survival mode is when you're so busy with daily necessities that you can't think about deeper meaning. Many people say, the world is simply too noisy. There are too many messages, expectations, and opinions coming at us all the time. Phrases for describing this feeling. I feel overwhelmed by all the choices. There's too much noise in my life. I'm too busy to think about what I really want. I'm just trying to survive. Practice. I feel overwhelmed by all the choices. Pause. There's too much noise in my life. Pause. Perfect. Here's a common experience. Sometimes we stay busy to avoid difficult questions. We say yes to everything because we're afraid to stop and think. Why do we avoid stillness? Because when you stop, the questions get louder. Is this what I really want to do? Am I living someone else's dream? What would make me truly happy? Teaching note: these are natural, healthy questions to ask yourself, even if they feel uncomfortable. Vocabulary for these feelings. Restless is unable to relax or be still. Emptied feels like something is missing. Unfulfilled is not satisfied with your current situation. Authentic is real, true to yourself. Soul is your deepest self, your spirit. Important phrase: my body is tired, but my soul feels untouched. This means you might be physically busy, but emotionally and spiritually, you're not growing or feeling satisfied. Feeling lost is normal. Here's a beautiful way to think about it. Feeling lost is not the end of your story, it's the beginning. It means you're waking up. Phrases for talking about feeling lost. I don't know what I want. I feel like I'm on the wrong path. Something is missing in my life. I need to make a change. Remember, these feelings are signals, not failures. They're telling you it's time to listen to your inner voice. Now for the hopeful part. Let's learn how to talk about discovering your purpose and making positive changes. The journey starts with honesty. Sometimes it begins with a quiet admission to yourself. I don't think this is my life. Teaching note: this kind of honest self-reflection takes courage, but is the first step toward positive change. Phrases for honest self-reflection. This doesn't feel like me. I need to be honest with myself. Something needs to change. I want to try something different. I'm ready to listen to my heart. If you like this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Key concept: stillness and invisible growth. Not all progress looks like moving forward. Sometimes the most important growth happens when you're still. Beautiful metaphor. Think of trees in winter. They look like they're not growing, but their roots are getting deeper, preparing for spring. Phrases for describing this process. I'm taking time to reflect. I'm growing in ways you can't see. I'm preparing for my next chapter. Rest is also progress. I'm listening to my inner voice. Teaching note: this validates periods of uncertainty or transition as valuable, not wasted time. Reconnecting with childhood interests. Your purpose might be connected to what you loved as a child before anyone told you it had to be practical. Questions for self-discovery. What did I love to do as a child? What activities make me lose track of time? When do I feel most alive? What would I do if money wasn't a factor? Vocabulary for childhood interests. Spark, a small beginning of interest or excitement. Clue, a hint or sign that helps you understand something. Recognition, suddenly understanding or remembering something important. Aliveness, feeling energetic, excited, and fully present. Example, I felt a spark of excitement when I walked past the bookstore. That was a clue about my real interests. Phrases for describing recognition. My heart lifted when I saw. I felt tears of recognition. Something inside me said yes. This feels like coming home. I remember who I used to be. Teaching note: these phrases describe the emotional experience of reconnecting with your authentic self. Let's end with some encouraging messages about this journey of self-discovery. Key messages to remember. You're not behind, you're just on your way. This means everyone's timing is different, and there's no race to figure everything out. It's never too late to come home to yourself. Whether you're 20 or 60, you can always make changes and pursue what matters to you. Purpose is not something out there to find, it's already inside you. You're not looking for something new, you're remembering who you've always been. Your action plan. Create some quiet time this week. No phone, no distractions. Ask yourself, what made me happy as a child? Notice what activities make you feel most alive. Be gentle with yourself during this process. Teaching note: these are suggestions for reflection, not prescriptions for how people must live. Practice these encouraging phrases. I trust my inner voice. I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm open to new possibilities. I deserve to feel fulfilled. In the comments, tell me, what's one thing that made you happy as a child? And what's one English phrase from today's lesson that resonates with you? Remember, Learning English is also part of your personal growth journey. Every lesson brings you closer to expressing your true self in a new language. Thank you for joining me today for this meaningful conversation. Keep listening to your inner voice, keep practicing your English, and keep growing into the person you're meant to be. Until next time, be kind to yourself and trust the process. Goodbye for now.
Hello, and welcome to Artificial Fluency. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a day where you didn't do much physically, but by the end of the day you felt completely exhausted? Your body isn't tired, but your mind feels heavy. If you have ever felt this way, you are not alone. Today we are going to talk about something very important: mental fatigue, and how we can learn to recharge our minds. This isn't just an important topic for our well-being, it's also a great opportunity to learn some beautiful and useful English vocabulary. So, get comfortable, take a deep breath, and let's begin this gentle lesson together. First, what is mental fatigue? The word fatigue, F-A-T-I-G-U-E, is a more formal word for extreme tiredness. So, mental fatigue is when your mind is tired. The podcast this lesson is based on describes it perfectly. It says a tired mind feels heavy and cloudy. Imagine your mind is like a sky. On a good day, it's clear and blue. But when you have mental fatigue, it's full of gray clouds. It's hard to see clearly, and it's hard to think. Sometimes it can feel like you are juggling too many tabs at once in your brain, just like on a computer. Have you ever had 20 tabs open on your internet browser? The computer gets slow and confused. Our minds feel the same way. If you are already finding this topic helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. It tells me that these kinds of lessons are important to you. So, how do you know if your mind needs a break? There are quiet signals. The document calls them whispers. It's important to honor the whisper before it becomes a scream. This is a beautiful metaphor. It means we should listen to the small signs before they become big problems. Let's look at some of these signs. 1. Cognitive disruption. Listen. Increased distraction, difficulty concentrating, making small mistakes. Teaching note. Cognitive is a word related to thinking, so this means your thinking is disrupted or interrupted. You can't focus. You try to read a page in a book, but you have to read it 3 times, or you forget why you walked into a room. These small mistakes are signals. 2. Emotional numbness. Listen. Feeling flat or distant inside, and inability to enjoy activities that normally bring joy. Teaching note. To feel numb means you can't feel anything. Emotional numbness is when you don't feel happy, but you don't feel sad either. You just feel nothing, or flat, like a landscape with no hills or valleys. 3. Overwhelm and avoidance. Listen. Racing thoughts. Avoiding simple tasks because the thought of them is overwhelming. Teaching note. To be overwhelmed means to feel like you have too much to do and you can't handle it. It's a very strong feeling. When you feel overwhelmed, even a simple task like answering an email can feel like climbing a mountain, so you avoid it or you don't do it. The podcast gives us a very important reminder. These are not personal flaws. They're quiet signals from your mind. Hey, I need space. I need stillness. I need to breathe. In many cultures, we believe we have to earn rest. We think, I will rest after I finish this huge project, or I will relax when I go on vacation. But this lesson teaches us a new philosophy. Rest is a necessity, not a reward. You don't have to earn it by reaching a breaking point, which is the point of collapse or burnout. The podcast uses two powerful analogies or comparisons to explain this. Analogy 1, the gaslight. Listen, ignoring mental fatigue is like driving with the gas light on, pretending the engine will just figure it out. It won't. Teaching note. Imagine you are in your car. The little light comes on that tells you you are almost out of gas or petrol. Do you keep driving and hope the car will be okay? No, you stop and get fuel. Your mind is the same. When it gives you a signal, you need to stop and refuel. Analogy 2, the empty cup. Listen, you can't pour from an empty cup. Teaching note, this is a very famous idiom in English. Imagine you have a cup. If you want to give water to someone else, your cup must have water in it first. If your cup is empty, you have nothing to give. It means you must take care of yourself first before you can take care of others or your work.
Okay, let's pause and recap. We've learned what mental fatigue is, how to recognize the quiet signals, and why rest is a necessity, not a reward. You are learning some very deep and useful English today. If this lesson is helping you, please take a second to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We create lessons every week to help you speak English thoughtfully and confidently. And let me know in the comments, which analogy did you like more? The gaslight or the empty cup? So, how do we recharge? The answer is not always a big vacation. The answer is often in small, consistent actions. We call these rituals. A ritual is a small, repeated action that has a special meaning. It tells our brain it's time to be calm or it's time to focus. The document mentions the author Haruki Murakami. He has a simple ritual: wake up, write, and then run. This protects his mental space. You can create your own simple rituals. For example, light a candle before starting work. This simple action can signal the beginning of your focus time. Listen, take a 10-minute walk with no phone. This allows your mind to wander freely without new information coming in. Listen, drink your tea slowly. This turns a normal activity into a moment of mindfulness. My personal ritual, like the podcast hosts, is to sit in silence for just 1 minute before I start recording these lessons. It helps me feel grounded and calm. What is one simple ritual you could add to your day? Recharging isn't just about adding good things, it's about filtering out the things that drain us. To do this, we need boundaries. The word boundary can sometimes sound strong or aggressive, but the podcast defines it beautifully. A boundary is not a wall. It is a soft, clear line that says, "This is my space. Please don't crowd it." In our modern world, there is so much
Noise, notifications, news, social media. This noise can make us forget our own inner voice. Boundaries are the filters that protect our inner pace. Here are some examples of simple boundaries. Listen, saying no to one draining activity per week. It's okay to say no to protect your energy. Listen, turning off notifications after 8 p.m. This gives your mind a clear signal that the day is over and it's time to rest. Listen, instituting a no social media morning once a week. Start your day with your own thoughts, not the world's thoughts. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect. All of these ideas, rituals, and boundaries lead us to one final important state: stillness. Stillness is not about being in a quiet place, it's an internal state. You can be in a busy train station and still find a moment of inner stillness. The document describes it as the moment when your heart stops rushing and your mind stops spinning. Sometimes we are afraid of stillness. We worry that if we are quiet, we will have to face difficult feelings. But the lesson offers a beautiful thought. Maybe the stillness isn't there to hurt us. Maybe it's there to hold us. Stillness is where we heal. It's where we remember who we are. And it's not something you have to earn. The podcast says, stillness is not something you earn, it's something you reclaim. To reclaim something means to take back what was always yours. We have reached the end of our lesson. We have talked about some very deep ideas using simple, clear English. We learned about mental fatigue, the need for rest, and the power of rituals, boundaries, and stillness. The most important message from today is one of self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. If you feel tired, please remember this final thought from our source material. You're not behind. You're not lazy. You're not broken because you need rest. It is simply a sign that it is time to come home to yourself. Thank you for spending this time with me today at Artificial Fluency. I hope this lesson has helped not only your English, but also your well-being. Take care of your mind this week. Until next time, goodbye.
Fantastic job today! You've discovered your English level and learned brain-boosting habits that will make you smarter and more confident. Your action plan for this week. Day 1 to 2, test your level again by listening to English podcasts. Can you understand B2 or C1 content? Day 3 to 4, try one brain-boosting habit, maybe the morning walk or digital fast time. Practice thinking in English during these times. Day 5 to 6, practice introducing yourself at your current level, then challenge yourself to try the next level up. Day 7, celebrate your progress. Remember, every English level is good. The important thing is to keep growing. If you're B1, work towards B2. If you're B2, challenge yourself with C1 content. Which English level are you? Write it in the comments. Also, tell me which brain-boosting habit you want to try first. Your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And your English is the same way. Keep practicing, stay curious,
And remember, you're not just learning English, you're training your brain to be smarter every day. Thank you for spending 30 minutes with me today. Don't forget to subscribe for more lessons like this one, and I'll see you next time. Keep boosting that brain power and keep boosting that English. Goodbye for now. Now let's practice introducing yourself. I'll show you how to do it at different English levels. This is a super practical skill you'll use all the time. B1 level introduction. Hello, I'm Sarah. I'm from Brazil. I work as a teacher. I like reading because it helps me relax. I also enjoy cooking on weekends. Teaching note: simple sentences with basic because reasoning. Key pattern: name, country, job, hobbies, plus simple reason why. Practice this pattern. Hello, I'm your name. I'm from your country. I work as your job. I like hobby because simple reason. B2 level introduction. Hi, I'm David. I'm originally from Mexico, but I've been living in Canada for 3 years. I work as a software engineer, and I really enjoy the problem-solving aspect of my job. In my free time, I usually play guitar and sometimes go hiking with friends. Teaching note: more complex grammar. Present perfect, adverbs of frequency. Notice the upgrades. Originally from instead of just from. I've been living, present perfect. Really enjoy instead of just like. Usually and sometimes, frequency words. C1 level introduction. I'm Jennifer, and I'm originally from South Korea, though I've been based in London for the past 5 years. I work in digital marketing, which has really pushed me out of my comfort zone and taught me to think on my feet. I'm quite detail-oriented, which serves me well in my field. Outside of work, I'm passionate about photography. It's become my way of exploring the city and meeting new people. Teaching note: advanced vocabulary and natural idioms. Advanced phrases. Based in means living or working in. Pushed me out of my comfort zone means made me try new things. Think on my feet means solve problems quickly. Detail-oriented means careful about small things. Passionate about means really love something. Your turn. Try introducing yourself at your level, start with B1, then challenge yourself to try B2. Now, let's learn something that will change your life and improve your English. These are daily habits that make your brain work better. The best part? You can practice English while doing them. Habit 1. The 90-minute focus rule. Your brain works best in 90-minute cycles. Work or study for 90 minutes, then take a short break to reset. Useful vocabulary. Focus means give all your attention to something. Reset means to start fresh again. Cycle means a pattern that repeats. Practice saying, I work in 90-minute cycles. Pause. I need to reset my brain. Pause. Good. Teaching note: this is a practical study tip they can use for English learning. Habit 2. Morning walk without headphones. Take a walk without music or podcasts. This activates your creative mode and reduces stress. Key phrases. Activate creative mode means make your brain more creative. Reduce stress means become less worried. Clear your head means make your mind feel better. Try this.
Take a 10-minute walk tomorrow morning and think in English. Describe what you see. The sky is blue. The birds are singing. I feel relaxed. Habit 3. Smart food for smart brain. Eat light, healthy meals like salmon, nuts, and blueberries. Heavy meals can cause a brain shutdown. Teaching note: brain shutdown is when your brain becomes very tired after eating too much. Food vocabulary: salmon is a healthy fish. Nuts are almonds, walnuts, good for brain. Blueberries are small blue fruits full of vitamins. Brain food is food that helps your brain work better. Practice: I eat brain food like nuts and blueberries. Pause. Perfect. Habit 4. Digital fast. Create time without phone notifications. Constant pings make your brain restless and always looking for dopamine hits. Teaching note: dopamine is a happy chemical in your brain. Pings are notification sounds. Useful expressions: digital fast means time without technology. Notifications are messages from your phone. Restless brain means mind that can't focus. Challenge: try 1 hour every day without your phone. Use this time to practice English. Habit 5. Mental load dump. Before bed, write down all your tasks and worries in a notebook. It's like clearing the RAM in a computer. Your brain can finally rest. Teaching note: RAM is computer memory. This is a great metaphor for the brain. Vocabulary: mental load means all the things you're thinking about. Dump means put everything in one place. Worries means things that make you anxious. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Hello, my amazing English learners. Welcome back to our channel. I have a really interesting question for you today. What's your English level? Do you think you're beginner, intermediate, or maybe advanced? Here's the thing. Most students don't actually know their real level. They think they're intermediate, but when they try to understand advanced English, they get confused. Or they think they're beginner, but they can actually understand much more than they realize. Today, we're going to do something special. We're going to test your English level using a fun method from the English Leap podcast. And we're going to learn some amazing daily habits that will boost your brain power. It's like getting 2 lessons in 1. Teaching note: this addresses the common issue of students not knowing their actual level. By the end of this 30-minute lesson, you'll know exactly what your English level is. You'll have learned practical brain-boosting habits you can use every day, and you'll know how to introduce yourself at different English levels. This isn't just about English. This is about becoming smarter and more confident in your daily life while improving your English naturally. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Are you ready to discover your real English level? Let's go! Teaching note: this addresses the common issue of students not knowing their actual level. First, let me explain something important.
English levels are measured using something called CEFR. That's the Common European Framework. Don't worry, you don't need to remember that long name. Here's what you need to know. B1 equals intermediate. You can have basic conversations and understand simple topics. B2 equals upper intermediate. You can discuss more complex ideas and understand detailed explanations. C1 equals advanced. You can understand almost everything and express complex thoughts. C2 equals near native. You sound almost like a native speaker. Teaching note, simplify CEFR explanation to avoid overwhelming beginners. Let me give you a simple test using daily routines. I'll describe my morning routine at different levels. Listen carefully and notice when it becomes difficult to understand. That's your current level. B1 level. Simple and clear. I wake up at 7 a.m. I brush my teeth and take a shower. Then I eat breakfast. I usually have bread, eggs, and coffee. I drive to work and start my day by checking emails. Could you understand that easily? Good! That means you're at least B1 level. B2 level. More complex. After lunch at the office cafeteria, I often feel a bit sleepy. Long meetings can be challenging, especially when there are many distractions like phone calls or chatty coworkers. To stay focused, I listen to music or take short breaks to recharge my energy. How is that? If you understood most of it, you're probably B2 level. C1 level with idioms. In the evening, I unwind by reading and journaling. I practice gratitude and reflect on the day's experiences. Maintaining work-life balance is crucial. I learned this the hard way after burning the candle at both ends for several months. Teaching note. Burning the candle at both ends means working too hard and exhausting yourself. Still following? You're doing great. You might be C1 level. Your homework. Write in the comments which level you understood completely. Be honest. This will help me create better lessons for you.
Hello and welcome to Artificial Fluency. Have you ever felt nervous when you needed to speak English? Maybe you are at a coffee shop or you needed to ask for directions and you just couldn't find the right words. You are not alone. Today, we are going to fix that. We will practice the simple, polite, and practical English you need for everyday life. We will turn those nervous moments into confident conversations. Are you ready? Let's begin. Our lesson today is a synthesis of practical scenarios. Think of it as your guide to handling almost any daily situation in English. We'll cover everything from morning routines to workplace emails, all in one lesson. The secret to confident speaking isn't knowing thousands of complicated words. It's about mastering the simple functional language that people use every single day. The goal is to be clear and polite. For example, what do these phrases have in common? Could I have a coffee, please? Excuse me, where is the train station? Thank you so much for your help. They are all simple, polite, and they help you accomplish a task.
This is the kind of English we will practice today. We will learn through small stories, or as I like to call them, vignettes. These are short, real-life examples that you can start using immediately. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Your support helps us create more lessons like this one. Let's start at home. This is where we have our first conversations of the day. We'll look at routines, family chats, and making plans. Scenario 1. The morning routine. Listen. Daniel wakes up at 6 in the morning. He prepares breakfast for his family. Teaching note. Notice the simple present tense. Wakes up. Prepares. We use this for habits and routines. What is your morning routine? Try to describe it in 1 or 2 simple sentences. For example, I wake up at 7 o'clock. I drink a cup of tea. Scenario 2. Family dinner conversation. Listen. At the dinner table, Michael asks his children, "How was your day at school?" His daughter, Sarah, replies, "It was good. We learned about planets today." Teaching note. How was your day is a perfect question to start a conversation with anyone, family, friends, or colleagues. The answer can be simple. It was good, it was busy, or it was interesting. The important part is that you are showing interest in the other person. Scenario 3. Planning a weekend shopping trip. Listen. Sarah makes a list with her husband. She says, "We need rice, sugar, and milk. What else should we get?" Her husband replies, "Let's get some fruit, maybe some apples and bananas." Teaching note. When you make plans, phrases like "we need" and "let's get" are very useful. Let's is a friendly and soft way to make a suggestion. It's short for let us. Practice time. Now you try. Imagine you are planning a picnic. What would you say? You could start with, "For the picnic, we need," or "let's bring." Pause the video and say your ideas out loud.
Now let's go shopping. This is one of the most common situations where you need to speak English. We'll practice buying groceries, ordering food, and shopping for clothes. The key here is polite, transactional language. Scenario 1. At the supermarket. Listen, a customer, Emma, asks the shopkeeper, "Excuse me, how much are these tomatoes per kilo?" This is a perfect phrase. "Excuse me" gets the person's attention politely. "How much is" or "how much are" is the most important question for prices. Remember, we use is for a single item, "how much is this bread," and are for plural items, "how much are these apples?" Scenario 2. Ordering in a cafe. Daniel goes to a cafe. He says to the barista, "I would like a chicken sandwich and a coffee, please." "I would like" is the golden phrase for ordering anything. It is much more polite than saying "I want." So always try to use "I would like" or its shorter form, "I'd like." Scenario 3. Shopping for clothes. Sarah is in a clothing shop. She asks the assistant, "Could I try this dress in a medium size?" "Could I" is another very polite way to ask for something. "Could I try this on" means you want to go to the fitting room. "Could I get this in a different color" is also a very useful phrase. Practice time. Let's practice. You are at a bakery. You want to buy 2 loaves of bread. What do you say?
You could say, "Hello, I would like 2 loaves of bread, please." Or, "Could I have 2 loaves of bread, please?" Simple and perfect. We are halfway through our lesson. You are doing an amazing job. We've covered conversations at home and while shopping. The key is always simple, polite language. If you are finding this lesson helpful, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Let us know in the comments which situation is the most difficult for you. We can make more videos to help. Next, we need to access services. This can feel intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. We'll practice visiting a doctor, going to the bank, and calling for a repair. Scenario 1, at the doctor's office. Listen, a patient tells the doctor, "I am not feeling well. I have a cough and a headache." Teaching note, when describing symptoms, use the simple phrase, "I have a." For example, "I have a sore throat," "I have a fever," or "I have a pain in my back." Be simple and clear. Scenario 2, at the bank. A customer says to the bank teller, "Good morning, I would like to open a savings account." Again, "I would like to" is your best friend. It works for almost any service request. "I would like to deposit some money." "I would like to send money abroad." Scenario 3, calling a plumber. Michael is on the phone. He says, "Hello, my kitchen tap is leaking. Can you come and fix it?" When you need a repair, first state the problem clearly, like, "My kitchen tap is leaking," or "My car won't start." Then ask for help. "Can you fix it?" Or "Could you send someone to take a look?" Can is common and friendly. Could is a little more formal and polite.
Let's travel. Whether you're taking a bus, a train, or a taxi, you need a few key phrases to get around. Scenario 1, buying a train ticket. Listen. A traveler says at the ticket counter, "I need a ticket to Greenfield, please." Teaching note. "I need a ticket to" or "I would like a ticket to" are both perfect. You can also ask for specifics. A one-way ticket, just going there, or a round-trip ticket, going there and coming back. Scenario 2, asking for directions. Listen. Emma stops someone on the street and asks, "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the library?" Teaching note. This is the most polite and effective way to ask for directions. "Excuse me" is essential to get attention. "Could you tell me how to get to" is much better than asking, "Where is the library?" because it's softer and more polite. Scenario 3, checking into a hotel. Listen. A guest, Anna, arrives at the hotel. She says, "Hello, I have a reservation under the name Anna Brown." Teaching note. This phrase makes you sound confident and prepared. "I have a reservation under the name" is exactly what the hotel staff needs to hear. Finally, let's look at social chats and workplace English. These can be a little different. Scenario 1, small talk with a neighbor. Listen. One neighbor says, "Good morning, Anna. How are you today?" Anna replies, "I'm doing well, thank you. The weather is very hot today, isn't it?" Teaching note. Talking about the weather is the most famous type of small talk in English. It's a safe and easy topic. Phrases like, "It's a beautiful day," or "It's a bit cold today," or "It looks like it's going to rain"
are perfect for starting a short, friendly chat. Scenario 2. At the office. Listen. An employee says to their boss, "Good morning. Just to let you know, I have finished the report." Teaching note. In the workplace, we often use slightly more formal language. Phrases like, "just to let you know," or "I wanted to provide an update on," are great for giving information professionally. Scenario 3. Writing a professional email. Listen. The text of an email says, "Dear Sir, I have completed the report. Please find it attached. Best regards, Daniel." Teaching note. Notice the structure. A polite greeting, "Dear Sir or Madam," or "Dear Mr. Smith," a clear message, and a professional closing. "Best regards, sincerely," or "kind regards." "Please find it attached" is the standard phrase to use when you are sending a file. And that brings us to the end of our practice session. We have covered so many practical scenarios today, at home, at the shops, at the doctor's, while traveling, and at work. What did you notice? The language is often very simple. You don't need to be a grammar expert to communicate effectively. You just need to remember these key, polite, and functional phrases. My best advice to you is this: don't be afraid to make mistakes. The most important thing is to try. Take 1 or 2 phrases from today's lesson, maybe "I would like" or "could you tell me," and try to use them this week. Thank you so much for joining me today at Artificial Fluency. Practice is the key to confidence. Keep listening, keep speaking, and you will see amazing progress. Until our next lesson, take care and keep practicing. Goodbye!
Hello, my amazing English learners. Welcome back to our channel. I have a question for you, and I want you to really think about this. How many hours did you study English last week? Was it 0 hours some days, then maybe 3 hours on Sunday because you felt guilty? Or maybe you tried to study for 2 hours every day, but gave up after 3 days because it felt impossible. Here's the thing. I'm going to share a secret with you today that changed everything for my students. Are you ready for this? You can become fluent in English by practicing just 15 minutes every single day. Not 3 hours on Sunday, not 2 hours when you feel motivated, just 15 minutes every day. Today, I'm going to tell you real stories about real people who transformed their English using simple daily habits. You'll learn exactly how to practice English in your everyday life, while cooking, working, even while walking. By the end of this lesson, you'll have a complete plan to improve your English naturally, without stress, and with confidence. These aren't textbook theories. These are proven strategies that work. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Let's start with a story that will change how you think about learning English forever. Let me tell you about David. David was an English teacher, and he had a student named Anna. Anna was frustrated because she wanted to read English books, but she thought it was impossible. David gave Anna this advice: if you read 1 page every day,
In 1 year, you will finish a whole book. Anna started reading just 1 page every day. Do you know what happened? In 6 months, she had finished 3 books. 3 whole books! Teaching note. This demonstrates the compound effect of small daily actions. This is the secret, my friends. Small actions every day create big results over time. Let me share another story. Hannah wanted to get healthy, so she started walking just 10 minutes every day. Just 10 minutes. After a few months, she was walking for 1 hour and felt amazing. The same thing works for English. If you practice 10 minutes a day, you will see progress in a few months. Not tomorrow, not next week. But in a few months, you'll be surprised at how much better your English is. Teaching note. Manage expectations. Progress takes time, but consistency guarantees results. Here's what you should do every day. Choose just one of these. Listen to English for 15 minutes. Read 1 page in English. Write 3 sentences in English. Practice speaking for 10 minutes. That's it. Don't try to do everything. Choose one thing and do it every single day. Let me tell you about Peter. Peter was a farmer who said, "I know that if I do my work on time, everything else in my life becomes easier." The same is true for English. If you practice a little bit every day, learning English becomes so much easier. Your first homework. Choose one thing from my list. What will you do for 15 minutes every day this week? Write it in the comments.
Now let me tell you Emma's story. Emma moved to a new city and felt very lonely. She was afraid to talk to people because her English wasn't perfect. One day, she decided to try something simple. She said to her neighbor, "The weather is nice today." That's all. Just 5 words. The weather is nice today. Her neighbor smiled and started a conversation. They became friends. All because Emma started with something simple. Teaching note. Perfect grammar isn't needed for meaningful communication. This is so important. You don't need perfect English to communicate. You need simple, clear English. Let me teach you Emma's magic phrases for starting conversations. The weather is nice today. How are you? Have a good day. How was your weekend? Practice with me now. Say, how are you? Pause. Good. Say, the weather is nice today. Pause. Perfect. Teaching note. These phrases work in almost any English-speaking culture. Here's another story. Robert wanted to learn cooking. He didn't start with complicated recipes. He started with simple dishes, boiled eggs and sandwiches. He made mistakes, but he kept practicing step by step. Eventually, he could cook amazing meals. Learning English is exactly the same. Start with simple sentences. Make mistakes. Keep practicing. You will become better and more confident. Robert later worked in a cafe. He started with simple phrases like, "What would you like to drink?" His English wasn't perfect, but customers understood him perfectly. Simple phrases for beginners.
What would you like? How much is this? Can I help you? Thank you very much. Remember, simple and clear is better than complicated and confusing.
This is my favorite part. I'm going to show you how to practice English while doing things you already do every day. Let's start with cooking. Lisa loves to cook. Instead of watching cooking videos in her language, she started watching English cooking videos. She repeated the instructions out loud. First, I cut the onions. Then, I add the oil. Now, every time Lisa cooks, she practices English. She explains what she's doing. I'm chopping vegetables. I'm heating the oil. The soup smells delicious. Teaching note, narrating daily activities is excellent for building fluency. Try this at home. Next time you cook, say what you're doing in English. I'm making coffee. I'm adding sugar. It's ready. Let's talk about work. Kevin worked in an office but was afraid to write emails in English. He started with simple email templates. Dear Mr. Smith, I hope you are well. I am writing to ask about... Thank you for your time. Best regards, Kevin. He used this template for every email, just changing the middle part. After a few months, writing emails became natural for him. Teaching note, templates give structure and confidence for beginners. At the shop, William was a shopkeeper. He practiced with customers using simple sentences. Do you want tomatoes? How many do you need? That's $5, please. His English improved because he used it every day in real situations. For hobbies, Clara loved gardening. She learned garden vocabulary, water, sunlight, flowers, growing. While working in her garden, she practiced. The flowers need water. The plants are growing. This flower is beautiful. Ryan loved photography. He started writing simple descriptions for his photos. This is a beautiful sunset. The colors are amazing. I took this photo in the park. Teaching note, connecting English to personal interests increases motivation. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Your second homework, choose one activity you do every day. How can you add English to it? Tell me in the comments. Let me tell you about Ahmed. He was new at work and felt nervous about speaking English with his colleagues. One day, he asked a simple question. What do you usually eat for lunch here? That simple question started a friendship. His colleague was happy to help, and they started eating lunch together every day. The lesson? Asking simple questions opens doors to conversations and friendships. Great questions for making friends. What do you usually do on weekends? Where are you from? Do you have any hobbies? What kind of music do you like? Teaching note, questions show interest in others and are conversation starters. Here's Sarah's story. She was traveling alone and felt scared because her English wasn't perfect, but she used simple phrases successfully. Excuse me, where is the hotel? How much does this cost? Can you help me, please? At the end of her trip, Sarah felt proud because she managed everything without help. Her confidence grew with each successful interaction. Remember, every time you use English successfully, your confidence grows. Let me tell you about Daniel. On his first day at a new job, he was very nervous. He introduced himself simply, "Hello, I'm Daniel. I'm new here.
Nice to meet you. Everyone was friendly and welcoming. Daniel felt more relaxed and confident. Sometimes, simple is perfect. Practice introducing yourself. Hello, I'm. Your name. I'm from. Your country. Nice to meet you. Say it with me now. Hello, I'm. Nice to meet you. Pause. Excellent. Building confidence tips. Celebrate small wins. Every successful conversation counts. Don't worry about mistakes. Native speakers make mistakes too. Focus on communication, not perfection. Practice a little bit every day.
Now, let's talk about something very important: mistakes. I want to tell you what Teacher Lucy told her students. Speak. Do not worry about mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. This is so true. Let me tell you about Anna and her cousin. They practiced English together and made lots of mistakes. But instead of feeling embarrassed, they laughed at their mistakes. They had fun while learning. Teaching note: creating a positive association with mistakes reduces anxiety. Here's the truth. Every native English speaker made millions of mistakes when they were learning to speak as children. Mistakes are normal and necessary. When you make a mistake, smile and continue speaking. Say, sorry, I mean, and try again. Ask, is this correct? Thank people who correct you. Practice this with me. Sorry, I mean, is this correct? Thank you for helping me. Perfect. Robert learned to cook by making mistakes. His first dishes were terrible, but he kept trying. Now he's an excellent cook. Learning English is the same process. Teaching note: relating language learning to other skills makes it feel more normal. Thomas was a baker. One day, his boss said, "Thomas, your bread is perfect today." This compliment gave Thomas so much motivation to keep improving. The same thing will happen with your English. People will compliment your progress, and this will motivate you to continue. Remember, mistakes help you learn. People want to help you. Progress takes time, but it always comes. Celebrate your improvements. Here's what Maria's husband told her when she wanted to give up. Don't close the shop yet. Keep trying. She kept trying, and her business became successful. I'm telling you the same thing about English. Don't give up. Keep trying. Success will come. Wow, we've covered so much today. Let me give you your complete action plan for learning English naturally. The Daily 15-Minute Plan. Choose one daily habit: listening, reading, writing, or speaking. Start simple. Use basic phrases and sentences. Connect to your life. Practice while cooking, working, or enjoying hobbies. Build confidence. Celebrate small wins and don't fear mistakes. Be patient. Remember that progress takes time. This week's challenges. Day 1 to 2. Choose your daily 15-minute habit. Day 3 to 4. Practice simple conversation starters. Day 5 to 6. Add English to one daily activity. Day 7. Celebrate your progress.
Teaching note: breaking down the week makes it feel manageable. Remember David's advice: if you read 1 page every day, in 1 year, you will finish a whole book. If you practice English 15 minutes every day, in 1 year, you will be amazed at your progress. Like Hannah, who started walking 10 minutes and built up to 1 hour. You'll start with simple English and build up to fluent conversations. Like Emma, who started with, "The weather is nice today," and made friends. You'll start with simple phrases and build meaningful relationships. Your English journey starts today. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Choose your 15-minute daily habit and begin. I believe in you. I know you can do this. Thousands of students have used these methods successfully, and you will too. What's your 15-minute daily plan going to be? Write it in the comments below. I read every comment, and I'm excited to hear about your journey. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can continue learning with us every week. Together, we'll make your English dreams come true. Until next time, remember, small steps every day lead to big success. You've got this. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Goodbye for now, my wonderful English learners.